Anxiety in Kogi as youth retaliates and did this to Fulani Esme. There is anxiety in Kogi State as the youth of Oforanchi community in either local governments on Friday killed 4 Fulanis as a retaliation for killing a farmer in the community. An eyewitness, Mr. Audu, who spoke with Opera News, said the Fulanis had gone to a farmland, destroyed all the crops and killed a farmer in presence of the police he brought to witness what they did. Audu added that the Iraq youth of the community went on rampage, killing 4 Fulanis in retaliation because the policemen said they could not stop the Fulanis from killing the farmer as they were not armed. Like, seriously? Another member of the community who spoke on condition of anonymity said members of the community no longer sleep in their houses because of impending reprisal attack from the Fulanis, saying neighboring communities are currently living in fear of the Fulanis. Recall that Kogi State has been witnessing community raid recently by armed marauders, included the recent massacre on Tawari community where 23 people were reportedly killed and houses burnt down. The public relations officer of Kogi State Police Command, Mr. Williams Anya, could not be reached to speak to the issue as at the time of filing the report. Now, wow, this is what is happening. This is what is happening on a daily basis. This thing has been happening on a daily basis and the government is not seeing anything to it. The Mieti Allah or the Dsm, they are not seeing anything to it. By the time government will be issuing any statement, they are going to be saying, oh, there's clash between the farmers and the Dsm. This is not farmers and Dsm clashes, because you cannot tell me that they met at a point and they started the fight or whatever. Farmers are always on their own. Farmers are always in their business place, which is their farmland, doing their own thing. Or maybe after finishing from their business place, which is their farm, they just go back to their houses. Coming back the next day just to come and check their crops and all of that. And on getting there, they will find out that a lot of things have been destroyed and you expect them to be happy and you call it clashes between them. And this Biete Allah, they have warned the Yoruba people, or they have threatened the Yoruba people that there is nothing they are going to do, that they will not stop them from moving around. They will not stop them from moving around. See what is happening. The government cannot tell us that the only way to curb this is by letting Ruga to be all over the place. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Okay, since the Fulani S-men, they are saying that they are not going to be stationed in a place that nothing will stop them from moving around or moving about. So when they were talking about the Ruga program, that the government said, okay, they wanted to make a place, they want to secure a place for them so that they will have every facility, all of those things in that place. Why did the Fulani not say, no, we don't want that, because we are used to walking all around the place. This is our way of life. This is the nomadic way we are going to be doing our thing. Why did they not say, no, we don't want that? Now, the state government, anywhere they really, see themselves, the state or the community of that place is always saying, go and get a place and do your business there. Look for a designated place, buy land and put your cows and do your business over there. They said no, they don't want to do that. They must be moving around, that nobody will stop them. The question just came to my mind. Why did they not tell the government that time that we don't want Ruga? Because the essence of the Ruga is for them not to be moving from places to places. If not that even the government is not sincere, if not that the government itself is not true about this whole thing, that is to tell you they have ulterior motive concerning this Ruga of a thing. The question is that why didn't the S-men say, no, you cannot have a place for us because we are used to it. There is nothing that will change it. They were so happy. And now they will tell us, oh, it is not a personal business, it is one thing, but they expected the government to do all of those things so that their presence will be felt all over the country. And we'll be asking, is that our national carrier when you talk about cattle rearing? They wanted to force everybody, every state to have a Ruga or a colony or a land, a separate place for these people. Now that they've not, the Ruga of a thing did not go as planned, if really people had agreed to that, then what would have been happening? Now that the Ruga of it did not come to pass, and they are doing all of these things, then what will happen if the people had allowed, most especially the southern part of the country, if they had allowed Daruga? Now they will tell us it is a Esme, this is Esme farmers clashes. And meanwhile, these people are always going about, like their president said, Mieti Allah president, Bodejo, said nothing, because of this Amotekun, that there is nothing that will make them not to be moving around, that they must continue to be moving their cows from places to places. So what does that tell you? They don't even obey the law of the land. And some of them will be crying foul that, oh, it is not we residing in a particular place that are causing these problems, that the people causing this problem are from the north. And the question is that you yourself, where are you from? Are you not from the north? So are people really wrong in saying that, yes, Fulani Esme have been committing all manner of crimes? So what do we have to say to this? There is tension all over the place because of this Fulani Esme, because they don't want to stay in a place, because they don't want to have a designated place to do their own business. What kind of a country is this? And the president has gone to the UK to go and be telling selected few. Abike Dabiri selected some people. Maybe those people, because you know that we have an APC UK. Maybe those were the ones that were in that meeting, that they were saying, oh, the president's speech swept a lot of people off their feet. You can imagine. He made a groundbreaking speech. All rhetorics. And someone was asking that if really what he said is the same thing with what is happening or reality in Nigeria, it would have been a different thing. It's a total no. So what are we talking about? See what they are causing because the government does not want to do anything. And mind you, this particular farmer, like we heard now, was killed in the presence of the police and they could not do anything. They could not do anything. Do you expect us to believe that story from an eyewitness that police said they could not do anything because they were not armed? You were going to a place, they called you, and you know what has been happening concerning these herdsmen people, these Fulani herdsmen, and they went there without any form of protection, and they, in their presence, they took this man down. And you expect the people to be happy. Oh, people will tell you, no, why did they do that? Why did they retaliate at this age and time? Honestly, I'm worried. I'm really worried. At this age and time, we are still experiencing this kind of a thing. They will be going out and be praising themselves. It is people that need to praise you for your good jobs that you have done, not you telling people what they need to know. If not that those people are not if they are not APC people in the UK, because according to the news, selected few people, and they began to just wanted to say something. They are just deceiving themselves. In as much they selected the people, why did you select the people? Why didn't you allow people to come on their own? Say, okay, the president is coming, let people come and ask him questions. Even if people were to ask him questions, because the people that were selected, they were the one, they must have been told what to ask. And those are the things that they are going to be projecting. Whether they are going to, whether they really, if they wanted to go in that route, that they wanted to try to formulate all those questions or arrange people, that does not make any difference compared to what is happening on ground, the reality happening in Nigeria. They can say whatever they want to say outside the country, but as far as Nigerians are concerned, what is happening, what are the things that people are experiencing, the people on the streets, the masses, what are the things that they are experiencing? They are the ones that will tell us what is happening, that will tell the whole world what is happening. But they selected few and began to tell them all manner of cock and bull stories. See what is happening concerning this Fulani herdsmen. And that is why they don't want this Amotekun to take place. And all the Fulanis, all the Northerners, 95% of them, of course, there's no need for us to start generalizing. But 95% of them, they are still coming out to say, no. It is all about the Oduduwa Declaration. It is targeting, it's targeted at them, that it is illegal. They are supporting the Attorney General of the Federation, that as he has come out to say it is illegal, they are supporting it. To the extent that they're saying that it is not enough to even ban the operation, that they need to go further and begin to arrest all the elders, the Yoruba elders that supported this Amotekun at this age and time. And they are coming out to say it. And people who are always jumping up and jumping at defending the president, they will not see the comments of all those Fulani yes-men. The worst part of it is that this farmer was killed in the presence of the policemen. How do you justify that? How do we relate to that? And the police have the effrontery to say no, we couldn't do anything because we were not armed. Can you imagine? That means these people were really armed. And now they are trying to get to the public relation officer of Kogi State, the police command, Mr. Williams Anya, but could not be reached to speak on the issue. At the end of the day, they will want to go and arrange their own speech, what they are going to tell the public. Someone is saying here that any type of weapons, no, arm yourself with it because we don't have government again. And secondly, you people should form a vigilante day and night because those people will retaliate. A word is enough for the wise. If federal government did not do something about this Fulani issue, it may cause war in the nearest future. Police said they were not armed. I wonder why a policeman would be going to that kind of appointment without arm. The police was playing with his life because they could turn on him. Do you think that they are about your uniform? Nigeria had turned to another thing. If you are going for invitation, hold your arm. It may not be a rifle. Let's be peaceful. We don't have any gentleman in Nigeria again. Do you really want to believe the statement from the police that because they were not armed? Is that a statement tenable or their submission tenable? I don't think so. Someone say next election you will still vote Fulani man into Aso Rock. These are their game plans to take over the entire nation through killing, destruction of economic means of livelihood of their victims and overrun them to take over their land. They are being sponsored with state resources. They know and even brag. They are bragging. No police can arrest them and their sponsors are primitive. They won't stop unless they are stopped. Because in the first place, if these Fulani men, if they've been arresting them, it would have reduced this this menace that we've been experiencing. And that's why they are getting power every now and then. Even the police that will be harmed to the teeth, they will not even do anything. You can imagine, not that they killed the man. The man called them, the farmer called them, come and see what happened in my farm. See what happened in my farm. And it was in the presence of the policemen. This is really the height of it. So guys, let's hear your own take concerning what happened in Kogi State. Leave your comments below. Thank you.